Now let me hit record for another part of the segment. Alright, let's see if I can find... Wait, can I see the chat? Yeah, I can. Let's see if I can find something else I want to see. That was funny scene. I got a lot of bookmarks. Let me make sure. What did he say here? It's 3 minutes long. This is funny, but this is not part of the stream. Let me go to... Oh yeah, she said it here. Carrie Coon is the one that does as Laurie. She said, it's going viral for how Laurie runs away from the shootout in the White Lotus finale. There wasn't direction. Look, I'm an American and I'm a New Yorker. And if you think I don't know where the exits are in any building I'm in, then you're not paying attention to the news. I thought, what would a person do? A person would fucking run, would book it. And I'm fast. I'm not as fast as I used to be. Some polite Thai workers were kind of scampering through in the background, and I was like, no, you need to have some Americans sprinting and hitting the deck and jumping in the lagoon. The Americans are not playing. They know what this means. That is funny. Yeah, that was a good funny scene. But there's way better scenes than that. I'm just going through. Yo, this is what I was thinking about too. Does Saxon know that Chelsea literally died? 49,000 people. This was a hard scene for Jack. So bad with the names. And let me see what's the name of the guy that does this? And Saxon. Why did that person wrote Jackson? I knew something was off. It's not his name. Oh no, she did write Saxon. I'm the one saying it wrong. My bad. So no, Saxon. I knew I was saying it wrong then. So Saxon had a crazy evolution throughout this series, because at first he was like this guy that just cared about protein shakes. So it's like just a gym bro type of vibe, but with no substance. Like, okay, you could be in the gym because I like going to the gym too, but it's just substance to the character is what I'm getting to. And the development of a character, I think the biggest one is Saxon. I think Chelsea and Saxon are the most interesting ones throughout the series. Chelsea is really good at showing loyalty throughout the entire series and helping other people. She generally helped Saxon. And I think this was a big moment for him when he saw that no matter what, Chelsea wasn't willing to fuck, and she went to Rick. Once Rick got back from that crazy thing that he went to see his father, he didn't know it was his father. He thought it was the person who killed his father. But this scene was tough for Saxon. That's when he started to get teary-eyed and he started to realize, okay, I think I want something else out of my life. I think I want somebody that looks at me like that. So that was interesting to see. But yeah, when they leave the boat, you don't see them figuring out who died through that accident. Because it's not an accident. When the shootout happens. But technically, could you call it an accident? Because the Thailand guy, I forgot his name, ends up shooting Rick. He doesn't really know that what Rick is going through. Guy talk. Man, I don't remember how she said it, the girl that was with him. But he ends up shooting Rick. Crazy. You can tell, oh yeah, that's the tweet I saw. You can tell which one's from New York and which one's from LA. The running is hilarious. Bro, the father. Oh my god. Tim is... The amount of stress Tim went through, ridiculous. Insane level of stress. The Tim realizing he's gonna have to kill Piper. Tim, how many times did Tim think of ending his life, ending his family's life? Oh, excuse me. All the different ways. So first he steals the gun that Guy Talk, this security guard, is using to learn to be more of a security person, whatever you say, bodyguard. Eventually, he wants to be a bodyguard for the Asian woman, the old lady. Tim steals a gun. He tries to shoot himself at one point, but his wife comes. Yo, the wife, great acting from that wife. Who is, I don't remember him. What was he? Kenny. Anyway. Yeah, the wife. Victoria Ratliff. This Ratliff family went through everything in a week. Yo, Victoria Ratliff, she comes out and she ironically saves her husband. She has no idea he's using a gun. If I could find that part of the series, that was wild. So Tim, he relaxes, and they gotta go see the monk that his daughter wants to stay a whole year for in Thailand. So they go there because she says she has a thesis that she wants to complete. But in reality, she doesn't have a thesis. She just went there because she's eventually going to tell everybody that she wants to stay in Thailand for a year. Piper. Bruh. When he realizes that Piper is just as materialistic as everybody else, that she can't live without air conditioner, that she could not live a poor life. And Tim is going through this emotion because throughout this entire trip that he thinks he's there for Piper's thesis, Tim gets a call that he's involved in a fraud scheme and he's going to jail. Because he tried to help somebody out on some business. He didn't think it was going to get into him being involved in a fraud scheme, or that's what he tries to allude to, that he's not at blame. And bro, oh shit, somebody's calling me. Hold up. What? This has got to be the key. Man. Let me turn this off, bro, because I don't really want to get called right now. So Tim has that issue. And, man, the scene where Tim has to... He starts to... There's these, like, fruits where he... There's this, like, fruit of death. I don't remember how the name of the lady that got all their phones. She starts to tell her... They know about this in the beginning of the season, but she starts to tell Tim at the end, because Tim asks again, so this fruit kills you? She's like, yeah, the poison is very... The substance of the poison in the seeds is very, very heavy. And basically, people use this to self-transition. She uses the other word. So Tim, he thinks, damn, I'm going to use this on everybody of my family except the youngest one, because he's the only one that was willing to live a modest, poor life. He asked him, like, hey, would you be willing to live without all of these good things that we have, basically? And he's like, yeah. He's the only one that said yes, because everybody else didn't. And when he found out Piper couldn't live the modest life, he's like, damn, so I got to kill her too. Tim realizing he's going to have to kill Piper. That was hilarious. 37K likes. I had to like this photo. So the youngest is named Lachlan. He's like, yeah. So he makes these weird piña. Let me say it in Spanish. Piña colada. He makes these, or let me just say in English so you understand. Piña coladas, whatever. So when he makes them, he puts the seeds inside. So he puts the blender on, and the seeds start getting as like dust as he starts smashing them in the blender, and basically turn into crumbs or dust, however you want to say it. And he makes the piña colada, and then when he does it, he gives it to everybody except Lachlan. He uses the excuse as, you're too young to drink this, don't drink this. Maybe he puts some alcohol in the mix. So he gives it to everybody else but Lachlan. Lachlan drinks like a Coke, I think. As soon as he sees everybody start to drink it, and he starts to picture everybody dying, he just smacks it from Saxon's hand, and then he has to clean it up. But of course, he cleans everything up except the blender. He leaves the blender there, and Lachlan uses it at the end of the show, the series. And when Lachlan starts to drink it, now he actually starts to see what the monk was describing that you would see when you pass away. Like you see the water, and he starts to see the monks in the vision. And he dies for like a brief period of time. Ironically, Tim saves him as he sees him like, no, 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 Lachlan. Irony, it was like a twist, but very interesting part. What else was I gonna say? If I could show the clip, I'd show it. Oh yeah, this was funny. If I send you this, it means I was fucking right. This whole time, she's praying. So bad with names. Victoria. It's because I've been watching too many series at the same time. Dexter, White Lotus, Severance. Victoria Radcliffe. She starts to pray as a Christian that Piper doesn't stay with the monks for a year, so she's praying and she's like, I hope she doesn't. So this look on her face when she starts to realize, yeah, my daughter can't live this poor life. I can't either, so I'm so glad that she's coming back to us. Her facial expressions alone here deserve at least some type of award. Because she was funny when this scene was happening. This scene finally felt faster. She does like this to Tim. And this is when Tim has that face. So Tim starts to realize. And Victoria's like this as Piper's crying and saying, I feel so guilty that I like air conditioner, that I can't live a modest life, that I like all these materialistic things, but I can't be on this small bed living with a monk for a year. I can't see myself. I don't like the food, even though it's vegetarian. It doesn't taste good. So she likes expensive stuff. She can't live the modest life she thought, but she feels guilty about it because she's so privileged and all this other stuff. And a lot of people are struggling. And Victoria's like, oh, it's okay. We could just make the most out of it. Let's enjoy it. We don't got to feel bad about it. And she just goes like this to Tim. Super, super funny. All right, I think I discussed that part. I'll sub